Alright, on today's adventure I'm going to show you how to change out the hitch on your Silverado. So, today's project on these older Silverados, this round tube here has a tendency to quit on you. I've had two buddies, both have trucks in about the same year. One bent and he almost lost the trailer. One fell off and he lost the trailer. And the other thing they're prone to is rust. I had another one where it rusted completely off. And the only thing that was holding it, there's two bolts that bolt to that bumper. And then there's 6 in the frame. And the only bolts that were holding it were the 2 in the bumper. So let's see what we can find out. Okay. Alright, to the unboxing. And yes, that is exactly how it came off the UPS truck. No joke. So, I'm going to show you how this hitch comes delivered and what you can expect inside your packaging. Let me get a razor knife. Sorry, hold on, moving through the garage. Razor knife. Should have been a little more prepared, but I wasn't even planning on doing this tonight until the mood hit me. I need a quick win. And there's that. This is their Class 5 Chevy Silverado trailer hitch. And I believe that's upside down. Let's flip her over. Oop, dang it. And it looks pretty average. Well, let's see if it does. I have to see if it's got bolts with it. I thought it had bolts to come off. Oops. That's it. Nope, there are some bolts. And they look to be your average grade 8 fasteners, but there's only 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. There's 6 spots for them. Maybe there's more on the other side. But I'll peel the tape off and let you know. Okay. Alright, after I read some of the instructions, you only use these bolts on the rear 2 most bolt holes in the hitch, and on this front one, use the existing bolt. So, where do we start? Well, probably the beginning would be a good place, huh? So, first thing first, at the very beginning, you'll have these are 14mm or 21mm head bolts. You'll have 2 back here by the hitch. And let me grab my light. Sorry if I'm shaking the camera around too much. Sorry. And you got 2 back here that you're going to discard. And you have, sorry, I'm trying to see through the light, through my camera. Let me get underneath there a little bit better. Dang on it. Right there's one. Camera's turned sideways. There you can see that one. And what I highly recommend is you get some PB blaster or some of that WD-40 rust release penetrant formula. That stuff's pretty good too. And you start soaking these down a couple days prior. Now, before you go chopping wires, right underneath here on the back of your plug, believe it or not, if you push in, there's a little tab. It's kind of hard for me to show it to you, but right here, push in on that. There, I just unplugged all my trailer connections. Now, you could try to reuse this bracket and stuff, but I'm not going to. And we'll have to, I bought a new bracket with a new mount. I don't think I can get this one out without destroying it anyway. But go ahead and buy the one that's designed for your vehicle. I'll show you that here in a moment. Now, not sponsored by these people, or Kurt actually, the Hitch either. But this is the Reese receiver I bought for Ford, GM, Nissan, whatever. And what's nice is that plug should fit my new plug and clip right in and will be good to go. So I won't have to do really any wiring, and it gives you the nice 4-pin connector that my truck never had from the factory as an addition. So we're going to keep that. And it comes with a nice bag of screws to hold the thing together, and I guess it's supposed to just tech screw somewhere. I'm gonna have to decide later where I'm gonna put it exactly, but it's there. And I'll forego all the impact gunning that's about to take place, but I'll let you know how easy it comes apart. Okay? Out. Well, I must admit, it's literally like 30 seconds later. No, not really. A couple minutes later. And it doesn't look like mine was that bad. I don't know why this side's slotted and that side's almost non-existent. But I will say that that was one of the harder ones to get at just because my exhaust is right there. Yours may differ slightly. Yeah, not too bad. Not too Chevy. Soaking them down definitely helped. And for some reason on the bolts on the back that pointed down, that had the nut on the bottom instead of the one that went up through the bottom and to the top, the nuts look like 21 millimeter, but I couldn't get a 21 millimeter on the bolt head, so I jumped to a 22, and that seemed to work. Well, it did work, but I don't know if it's just because maybe I have that much rust too. I've seen lug nuts change size before, but what I did was I basically balanced it on my belly right there, and then whenever it unbolted, it just dropped down through. Now what I'm going to try to do is balance this one on my belly, lay on my creeper, roll up underneath there, and get the 2 bolts started. That would be these 2. Then I'll go back in and add all these. We'll see where I end up tonight, because we're working pretty good. And as far as the unboxing goes, I did notice some damage there and there, but it's nick and scratch stuff. It's a Hitch, but it's definitely heavier than that one. I mean, without a doubt. Alright, I'm not going to bore you with it, but I can get back to it. Mike. Well, legitimately, that could not have gone better. Another thing to note is that hole right there, that's where the hitch used to bolt to. Sorry. I'm trying to do this all freehand. And it actually goes to a hole further back. That's why it includes the plates, I think. And reuse the same bolts. All I did was I laid it in my lap, kind of rolled up under, and I got the first bolt in, which is, I'm not sure if you can see on camera, but it's right there. First bolt in, that's the one you reuse. Got them both started, and then I dropped the other ones in, and started the nuts. Now we went from 21 millimeter to, off the top of my head, I can't remember, but I think it was a 3/4. Yeah, I think it's 3/4 socket. So you're going from metric to English, which, you know, can be a little bit intimidating, but I think, zoom back out. Well, I am back out. I'm just gonna screw my bracket to the bottom of the bumper here somewhere. Probably, maybe, hopefully, like right in here. And that'll tuck the wires up kind of nice. If I have to, I'll bring it like out to here, but we'll see how it goes. Alright, out. Show you when it's all done. Well, it does not get much easier than that. That was less than an hour. From this old rusty piece of crap to that. And yeah, I just attached this to the bumper, which the only thing I gotta say is whenever you flip it all the way open, when it's mounted flush, it does hit this plastic just a little bit. I'm not worried about it, but somebody out there might be. And because I didn't go over it, they tend to bend and break right in here and right in here. And that's the last thing you want. My camper's 11,000 pounds. It's actually too much for the truck, technically, but I get away with it. But yeah, the last thing you want to be doing is towing. Now the only way to do left is hook it up to any one of my trailers and see if the lights work. Alright, let's get it on the hill. Well, lights are on. And my trailer lights are on. That C means connected. Check our four-ways, which are also our brake lights and our turn signals. We're not going to go through a full test because I don't want to bore you. And there we go. Snug as a bug in a rug. Now, one thing I will note. This puppy is definitely higher than it was before because I had to crank the trailer up to get it on. But I'm going to say Kurt Hitch. I like it. And we're done. Sorry, I just had to show you guys this, but I went to stand this up here for the moment. And look at all the rust that fell out of this stupid thing. That's all rust out of there. It all fell out of that right in here. All that rust. Shame, shame. Alright. Now we're really done. Well, except for cleanup. You don't want to watch that though. So, I've been towing with this setup for a while now. And I'm going to point out the one negative aspect. It doesn't really, like, a lot of the hooks don't hook very well. So I got these to hold my tow hooks, because I think it clasps just a little bit better, even though that one's bent. But you get what I mean. This bar here is very, very thick. But other than that, I've towed that thing with it, that thing with it, that thing with it, along with my dump trailer, which isn't here at the moment. And yeah, I highly recommend you change your hitch. Alright, I'm out.